what's going through your head? Because it looked like you came out in the second quarter like really, really aggressive and kind of helped change things.
Yeah. Coming out with 2 fouls, obviously I was upset because I felt like the fouls that I got could have went both ways. But coming out and watching how we were playing, I just felt like we just needed to do better. I wasn't upset. I was just more so thinking about how, we need to change this or we could potentially be going home. So that was really it. Yeah.
16, the first half. How concerned are you?
Not concerned. I know it sounds terrible. We do need to stop putting ourselves in this position, but, in our heads, we just know we can't give up because we've been in a bigger, score difference. So we felt like we just couldn't give up, and we had to change something quick or we were going home, and we definitely didn't want to go home.
And you really did it with defense. You turned the pressure. What did you do specifically to enable yourself to get back?
Coming in at halftime, there was no yelling, just kind of talking together as a team, really pointing out what we needed to do in order to, take this game away. And really it was our defense, because we feel like if we take care of defense, offense will take care of itself. So we just felt like, we had to be in the gaps more, just talk and communicate. And that was really it. And everything else really took care of itself and crashed the boards. Really, that was a big thing because we were down by the boards. So
that second quarter, you guys weren't shooting great in that first half. It really seemed like you guys got to the free throw line in the second quarter. You were able to get into your press and speed them up. Was that a point of emphasis, either in a timeout, sometime in that second quarter, of like, we need to get inside, get to the free throw line, and then get the press started? Or is that just kind of who you guys are?
Yeah, no, that's just kind of who we are. Too much. We just felt like, we needed to get stuff going, and obviously we're a fast-paced team, and, attacking the basket is one of our strengths. Obviously shooting is too, but we know when we're not hitting, and, we have to change some things up. So shooting and then getting to the basket is obviously always, the next option. Yeah.
Do you think shooting also, whenever the shooting gets cold, do you think the defense kind of get down on yourselves a little bit because the shots aren't being...
Yeah, but, that's kind of also what we talked about in the locker room, shooting wasn't helping us, so we had to figure out what we needed to do, and, getting stops and running in transition is what we thrive in, and so we did that, and it helped us.
And having Casey back, too, for basically, 37 minutes instead of like 10 minutes here, 12 minutes there. How big was that in the game?
Oh, it was super big. It was something we obviously had to adjust to just because she's been out for so long, and just lineups have been iffy just with her, coming in and out. But I feel like having her back, back in the starting lineup and just stuff like that, I feel like it really made us all comfortable because, she's not only a great player, but she's a great teammate. And so having her on the court to motivate us and just talk us up really helped us.
You mentioned yesterday that, you guys need to play a full 40 minutes. Obviously, that still didn't happen today. So what do you think it takes to get there?
Honestly, I feel like we came out not timid, but, kind of with a lot of adrenaline and just, trying to kind of get comfortable because, like we said, this is our first time having JC back in the starting lineup again. And so we just had to adjust playing together as a team. So I feel like now that we kind of got all the jitters out, really buckling down and really focusing on, coming out, playing how we played in that second half. And that'll help us play the full 40 minutes.
It seems that you had some pretty strong emotions late in the game with the fouls that got called. Did you feel some extra emotion this one, just given the stakes of the game?
Yes. Obviously in the Big Ten tournament, stuff like it happened, obviously. But I feel like games like this, it's win or go home. Obviously, I'm very passionate. I do think it wasn't smart, but it was something that won't happen again. But I feel like, emotions were high. I wasn't getting the calls that I thought I deserved, as well as my teammates. But, kind of just an in-game moment. But, yeah.
Do you feel like this is a growing moment for you, just the circumstances of this game and kind of having that late experience?
Yeah, I do. Obviously, if it was a different outcome, if it was a close game, I could have really affected the team and possibly could have sent us home. So of course I grow from this and it won't happen again. But yeah.
With the tough fouls on the night and being at home, feel like they were really getting into it also. Does that kind of even heighten that emotion just a little bit more?
Yes, it does, because you got the crowd behind you agreeing with the refs, and it's just like, well, shoot, they see it. What's going on? But we just can't let that affect us. As hard as it is, we can't control stuff like that. So.
Do you think it helps you now to just have an NCAA tournament game under your belt personally?
Oh yeah, I think it does. I wasn't nervous or anything, but it's obviously a different atmosphere. Like, this is win or go home for the season. So I feel like this definitely, I look at it in a different perspective.
You guys struggled from 3 in the first half, but you made the first 3 of the night in the third. How big of a shot do you think that was to propelling your team to get this victory tonight?
Yeah, honestly, I think it was a big shot. We weren't seeing the ball go in. I feel like after we saw the ball go in one time, T-Mike started hitting and stuff like that. Our shooters started getting more confident. So I felt like, that was a big turning point for us.
And on the shooting, do you think it's just missing the shots, or is it maybe not taking the extra pass?
Yeah, so the first half I feel like we struggled in moving the ball. We felt like as a team that it only stayed on one side of the court, and that's not how we run our offense. We do really well when we move the ball from side to side, attack, kick, attack again. We just weren't doing that. So then second half, we went in halftime and really talked about it. And once we started moving the ball, driving, attacking, we started getting those open looks and those open drives.